Man, how do you think she felt? I mean, okay, anyone, scoring a winning goal at the Olympics, for the gold. Oh man, it doesn't get much better for a Olympian or any athlete.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's got to be it.
Living the dream.
I remember I was in grade 5, and it was my school's ball hockey league. We were the Boston Bruins facing off against the undefeated Montreal Canadiens. The score was 7-6, and their star player, there's like 5 seconds to go. I remember this super vividly. He's coming down the right wing, winds up for a slap shot. I'm a goalie, by the way.
Okay.
Winds up for a slap shot, boom, slaps it. And I just remember like whipping my hand out to grab it. And like I did like that super dramatic like whip where like my hand like goes like over the back of my head and I don't exactly know what's happened. And I look, bring my hand down, I look into my glove and I see the ball and just drop everything, run to the center, and I think that was as close to winning an Olympic gold as I will ever experience.
Nicely done.
Jet, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I got goosebumps. You're here telling that story.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you are listening to episode 37 of the recurring Bosscast. I'm Jet from Splitkick.com. With me is Jason from Inside Gaming Daily and Slick Gaming.
How's it going?
I'm doing alright, and apparently Mr. Matt over here from Biff Bam Pop and the Screamin' Ego is doing alright as well.
I am doing much better than I was last week. Or 2 weeks ago, I should say.
That sucks that you got sick and all, but it's good to know that you are better now.
Yeah, it's going around apparently.
Matt didn't listen to the show, so we assumed that you actually were fine and you were just playing Flappy Bird the whole time.
Yeah, no. I gave up on Flappy Bird when my girlfriend got a high score of 127. So,
my God.
Yeah.
Jason almost did a spit take there.
I know. I was actually drinking like, oh, my high is like 36.
Yeah.
So
no, my high score on that game is right now. Actually, I got it up to 102.
Nice.
But it's like, I mean, that's such an odd thing to happen because my average score is somewhere in like the 20s.
Right.
So you go on a run once in a while, but other than that,
the outlier.
Yeah. But my Liza continually gets like high 80s to low 110s. So
Oof.
I'm just going to give up. I have to concede she's better than me at Flappy Bird. So
at the hottest game of 2014,
yeah.
We should replace you with her on this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take away your gamer card and just give it to her.
And I'm just trying furiously in the background to beat her score so I can get back on the show. Yeah.
But otherwise, Matt, what have you been up to?
Well, not a whole lot. I was sick a lot last week, so I didn't do much. But then I basically put all of my waking hours into Bravely Default. So.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, I saw you were online quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Actually,
you need to send me a better attack.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like your potion or whatever it is.
Yeah, I didn't really quite understand how to use it when I sent that attack out, so my apologies. Although I probably healed you for like a wicked 75 hit points.
Yeah, I didn't use it.
Yeah. I did, however, use your guy.
Oh, which one? Did you have the one that was like 23,000 damage?
Yeah, 23,000 damage, yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was.
Man, some guy I tagged like randomly over the internet, his attack is like 180,000.
I got a guy that's like 108, something like that. Yeah.
God, that's nuts. And like, I don't know if you knew this, but when you look at their attack, you can like page over to see all the buffs they have.
Oh, really?
And he's got like 400% crit rate, like 350% like physical attack increase. It's like so many things.
So
like,
he stacked all like his special moves.
Yeah, he stacked everything to like get
it.
this one mega thing, and I got it.
Oh, so yeah, no, I used one today on one of the bosses, and the boss had something like 20,000 hit points, and this guy critted for like 71,000.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So
I'm waiting. I'm actually on the final form of the boss. And once I get to the next one, because there's another form.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to use that guy's ability and just knock him out in one hit.
Nice.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. That's actually a really interesting way that they implemented that.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What was that?
Oh, I said it's really interesting the way they implemented that feature into the game.
Oh, yeah. And I think it's pretty cool, because it makes me, like, really care about what I give to you, because maybe you'll be in a situation like I'm in and you need something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, anyways, Jet's not playing, I assume, because he's not cool.
No, I'm not playing Bravely Default. I spent my video game money on Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Nice.
Nicely done.
I actually sadly got that too. So, what do you think so far?
It's good. I mean, it does follow the template that Retro put in with the Wii formula of just crazy set pieces everywhere, things blowing up, shooting in and out of the screen, all of that type of stuff. I do like that. I really like the addition of Dixie Kong and Cranky Kong.
Me too.
Because they give you different abilities. So Diddy Kong has a rocket pack, which you can use to float downwards.
Yeah.
Dixie Kong has a double jump, where she twirls her hair and you get to float a little higher.
Nice.
And then Cranky Kong can bounce on his cane like Scrooge McDuck. And you can bounce on spikes and stuff.
Yeah.
And all the levels you can beat with just Donkey Kong, but you can usually get extra stuff with one of these extra characters. I prefer Dixie Kong, personally.
I think Dixie Kong is the most versatile, but I think overall I actually still prefer Diddy, because I feel like Dixie is like, her hair thing is cool, but it gives you this sort of like wobbliness in the air, but like Diddy Kong gives you like stability. Like when you jump, you can more accurately go where you're going to land. And I think maybe I just play poorly, and I need that extra little help. But yeah, I like that each level, to get all of the puzzle pieces and everything, you actually have to play with multiple people. Like, you know, you can't just beat it with just Cranky. You have to go back and get Dixie Kong to get higher up to get that last piece. It's kind of cool.
I just finished the second world. I've played, I think, the first level of the third. And I do like it. It's pretty good. It's really hard.
Hell yeah, it's hard. Oh my god.
I felt like Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii was alright, and then towards the second half of the game, it got ridiculous. But I think this game starts out pretty tough pretty quick.
Yeah, definitely. I think the first level is like, hey, look how cool this is. And the second level is like, you're gonna die right now.
And so much of that game is trial and error of, you die here, and then, restart. I know that I have to jump over this thing, and there's another thing. The first minecart level was just a game of inches, where it's just like, I got past that one. Oh, no, here's another one.
Yeah, there's another minecart level. I think it's in the third world, and it's even better than the first one. It's like, oh, geez, this is like so sublime. And I think it's cool because you said it's a lot of trial and error, which definitely it is. But it never feels like it's cheap, like that you're just getting screwed out of lives. It's just some mistake that you made, and now you go back and you have to perfect it. And it's so satisfying when you beat a level. Would
you say it's like the Dark Souls of
of any Nintendo franchise?
Yes, it's the Dark Souls of Nintendo.
I think it would be that if you could like see the like ghosts of other players and where they failed. That would be kind of funny. But yeah, it's probably one of I gotta think about this. It's probably one of the hardest Nintendo platformers I've come across in a long time. Because Mario is never really that challenging. But yeah, this one's challenging. It's fun.
Well, Donkey Kong as a series is notoriously challenging.
Yes.
So you had to know what you were getting yourself into from the get-go.
We've gotten all out of order. We're just straight to game stuff. But who cares about what you guys have been doing?
We're just all willy-nilly.
Jason, life stuff? We'll go back to games in a sec.
I am very jet-lagged this week because I have been playing a lot of board games lately. So, yeah. Actually, a lot of my things relate to you, Jet. So, we've been playing... met some new friends at our apartment complex and started playing some Dominion and Betrayal at House on the Hill. I don't know if you played that one. And Lords of Waterdeep. So, we played a lot of those.
So I've heard a lot about the Lords of Waterdeep, and it's not really a straight-up D&D game. It's more of a worker placement game, whatever that means.
Definitely. Yeah, that's actually a great description. I think Aaron was talking to both of us on Twitter about it. Lords is really fun, and it's it's a resource game. So like you go around and get resources, but they're, instead of like wood and sheep like in Catan, they're actually thieves and warriors like D&D classes, and you complete quests to get victory points. You can also build buildings to get victory points, or all kinds of different stuff. It's actually really kind of easy, but it takes a lot of strategy to incorporate, winning ways. And it's fun. I think once you kind of master Catan, and then you can jump to this, and it's like a little bit extra, but it kind of pushes you towards like the D&D stuff. And that's why I was saying it might be a good game for you, Jet, if you're not into Dungeons and Dragons, proper. Maybe you would like this because it's easier, but it's still kind of that same essence.
All right.
Definitely worth it.
The new friends you made at your apartment complex, were they already board gamers, or you just kind of threw them on the deep end with, hey, here's D&D?
They had played like Catan and Scrabble and stuff, so they knew that you unfolded the boards and played things, but I don't know if they played much beyond that. But they picked it up so much that like a day or two later, they actually told us like, oh, we went to the store and got, these 4 or 5 games. And we're like, oh, okay. So it was pretty nice. And then beyond that, I think my recording device, my capture card, is broken. So I think I need to get another one for my games, which really sucks. Yeah.
Time to get that Elgato?
Yeah, I might get the Elgato. I had to look up if it could actually play or record like retro games, because it only has that HD out, right? Or is there something else?
There's HD out and there's like S-Video or something on it.
Oh, S-Video, okay.
It's a weird plug thing that you have to use for the PlayStation 3 specifically.
I see. I was looking up on there's a boatload of forums for it, and then Elgato's site itself is actually really nice, but I feel like it says, you need to get like a specific cable, and you can do component and then even some AV carts for like older systems. So
that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it and see if I can do that. I mean, I might as well just get it because, if nothing else, I can at least record like, HD new systems. But yeah, I wanted to play an old Dreamcast game, and I wanted to record it for a video, and I ended up not doing it because I couldn't record it, and I was kind of in a bad mood.
Oh.
So, I know. I need to get it. But it's so expensive.
You should have gotten it while it was on sale.
I should have.
Black Friday deals.
Yeah, it was like $100. But at the time I was like, I don't need that. But I was just stupid. So. Yeah. In the future, I'm sure I'll get one. So we'll see.
Is it just me that has to talk about game stuff? We were flying by this real fast.
Yeah. I guess I kind of tagged with Matt and with you. So.
Yeah, and we've kind of covered it.
Actually, Jen, I'm going to piggyback on top of Jason. I bought Liza a Ticket to Ride for Valentine's Day. Yeah, so she ended up really, really liking it. So I'm assuming you guys already talked about that we were over there.
Yes, but I want to hear your thoughts.
No, we had a great time. Liza and I think, are more like Jason's neighbors, wherein we've played some of the more standard board games. We hadn't really ventured into, more, anything really different than your Scrabbles or Monopolies and whatnot. But Jet had some really cool ones, specifically Formula D, which I love, but we haven't got that one yet. Soon. But Liza really took a liking to Ticket to Ride, so I got her that for Valentine's Day, and then we had company over on the Saturday following, and we all played Ticket to Ride, and my brother and his girlfriend played with us, and she had like the most epic jerk move ever block. And it was so good because John, my brother, was so upset about it. And it was one of those things where she was done all of her routes. Like, we found this out afterwards. And she was just literally going around the board and trying to put as many blocks on people as possible. So the way that you would normally play it and be kind of feel bad about it, she had absolutely no remorse about it.
Wow.
So
it's a violent strategy.
Yeah, John kind of gave her a look like, what are you doing? But we had fun. So Formula D, I think, is next. I really enjoyed Formula D. I think that's the only game I won, too, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Nice.
Winning a game makes you like it more, I can tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. I just, the idea of having the racing and the board game combined, I didn't really know how that would work, but it works really well, actually. It was really fun. And then having all the debris stuff on the track. And we didn't get to play the other side of the board, but I think next time we should probably do that.
Yeah, I think we're due for another game night.
Sounds good.
All right. And there's some other stuff we should play, too. Like Pandemic and Forbidden Desert and some other stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to do Pandemic.
Okay.
I actually initially thought we might have played that night, but we should definitely do that for next time.
Okay. Will do. Speaking of board game stuff, I got Ticket to Ride on my iPhone. I just got that today. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, really?
I've played like 20 games of Ticket to Ride today. I can't stop.
So is it like Words with Friends? Like you just play with other people?
You can play it online, yes. And it does have asynchronous multiplayer where you just do your move and you carry on with your day. I've mostly been playing with the computer because the games go by really fast. Like you can, with the board game, it usually takes about an hour. If you're just playing against the computer with 4 computers and yourself, games take like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. So you just keep going because. Oh my God!
I have to tell Az about this. I'll lose her. Yeah. And then coincidentally, it'll also get her off of Flappy Bird so I can try and beat her score.
What if she beats you at this too? Oh no.
Then I just give up. I'm just going to trade my phone in.
Oh man, the crazy thing, on iPhone, it's only $2.
That's not bad at all.
Oh yeah, and then the board game costs way more. Well, I mean, it's still a great value because you're going to play that game forever. But, I mean, on the iPhone for only $2, that's amazing.
Man, I bought the game from 401 Games. That place is intimidating when you walk into
it. Yeah, 401 Games is like the center of the board game universe here.
Nice.
Oh, it's so intimidating. I walked in after work one day and there were just people playing games all around and like games that I looked at and I would have absolutely no idea even where to start. And then they had a lineup down the side of the counter and people were like trading like card stuff in and like buying all kinds of stuff and asking questions. And I walked in, I was like, I'd like ticket to ride, please.
I'm imagining a scene where you walk in and everyone else just stops, like looks at you.
Yeah. Or just come in and say something like totally out of the blue, like, hey, I'd like to get that Settlers of Catan if you guys have it.
And they all just hiss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, but they're super friendly there. But the place is pretty daunting when you walk in. Just the sheer amount of games that they have there is crazy.
Oh, for sure. It is like the Costco of cool board games.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. They did have Power Rangers trivia there, which I thought was awesome.
Wow.
What?
Trivial Pursuit Power Rangers edition.
What?
That's a thing?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
It is. Yeah.
Because I was buying most of my board games at the time at Snakes and Lattes, which I thought was the ultimate because they had a bunch of shelves with all the cool games on it, and they seem way cheaper than everywhere else. And then I find this 401 Games place, and the retail section is like 8 times bigger, and the prices are cheaper. And yeah, it's just all there and all alphabetical order, and it's all... They just have everything in stock and a ton of everything. Yeah, it was just like heaven to me. Like, I still go into that store just randomly every week because I work close by, and it seems like they restock like almost daily. So I'll go in like the next day, and there's just a whole bunch of new stuff I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
So shout-outs to 401 Games for being the best board game store in Toronto.
Recurring Bosscast brought to you by 401 Games.
We should talk to them about that, because I am there all the time just giving them my monies. So there's some other stuff I played. Jason, have you played Strider?
No, I didn't. I was really debating, because I really wanted to get it, and then the initial reviews kind of swayed me. They said it wasn't the greatest, so I was like, because I had Donkey Kong at the time, so I don't know.
Okay. It's good.
Yeah,
I think you'd like it. You're a ninja, and you jump around, and you fight guys, and I think the fighting is a touch more elaborate than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly fighting bosses, there's definitely patterns that you have to memorize, and it really rewards you for button mashing. Like, you can hit that button, like, Strider's swings are almost nearly as fast as you can mash out that button.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's kind of the core, idea of Strider, I guess. Fast slashes.
Yeah. I think where it gets a little more elaborate is the fact that it's basically like a Metroid game where it's this big open world and there's stuff gated off until you get the power up. And once you get that, you do some backtracking and unlock the next thing. And at a certain point, the traversal stuff gets really challenging. There's parts of the game where they noodle with gravity, which gets really challenging / annoying. But, I mean, the traversal through that game is actually pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't know it was a Metroid-style game. I think just the original one, and the PS1 game were just like, arcade levels, and you'd beat it, and it's like, oh, next zone. So that's kind of different for the whole series, then. Does this sword still, make that cool sound whenever you, hit stuff?
Swing! Yeah,
exactly.
Yes. Yes, it does.
When you die, do you still explode like Mega Man?
Yes.
Nice. Just curious.
I think you would like it, so go grab that.
Cool. You playing on Xbox or PC or what?
PlayStation 4.
PlayStation. Nice.
Yeah. One other thing I've been playing, back to the board game stuff, I've been playing Legendary with the Fantastic Four expansion. So, Marvel and Upper Deck have this strategy for the Legendary game where they have a big box expansion and a small box expansion. And the big box comes with 350 cards and it's about $30, or the small box expansion is $20 with only 100 cards. And I guess the way they're doing it is they try and give you the really cool cards in the smaller box. So I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the Fantastic Four, but the cards in there have the coolest abilities in them. So, I mean, if you played Legendary before, there's 2 economies in there, your attack points and your recruit points. And a lot of the Fantastic Four guys can use their recruit points in a focus, so you cash in your recruit points for one super big attack. which you'll really need against Galactus, who is super strong and also comes with the game.
Nice.
So even if you haven't played it, like, to give you context, the base game's strongest bad guy is Loki, and he has an attack rating of 10. Galactus has an attack rating of 20. And Loki by himself is super hard, so Galactus is just insane.
Well, as he should be, I guess.
Yeah,
He's Galactus.
for sure. Also, I was playing the single-player version by myself. I was fighting against Apocalypse, and I got super pissed at one particular thing that happened, because each time you hit the Mastermind, you take one of the cards from under him, and you play out whatever that card says. So usually it's a bonus, sometimes it's a bad thing. With Apocalypse, the card said like something like Indestructible Apocalypse. If this is not the last hit, shuffle it back in, and give yourself 6 bystanders, which is great, but then essentially your hit means nothing. So it doesn't mean anything until that's your very last one. So you might hit him 10 times and it's still not enough.
That sucks.
But I guess that's totally true to Apocalypse.
Yeah, again.
Unstoppable. Let's move on to our topic of the week. Have you guys been watching Twitch lately?
Whatever do you mean?
By chance, have you watched any of Twitch Plays Pokemon?
Oh, it could be the best thing ever.
I don't know if I go that far.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I've watched it, but I can only watch it for about 3 minutes at a time before it drives me nuts and I have to shut it off.
But it's a fun 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It is such a fascinating thing. Like, how does anyone come up with that idea?
Yeah, seriously. And, like, it seems so simple, but I don't know. It's like, how did it take this long? And I don't know. It's just, it's funny to see how people react to it. Because, like, some people I've talked to, like, at work or even just other friends are like, oh, it's, like, the stupidest thing ever. And, like, they're, like, really mad. I'm like, why are you mad? Like, it's just people playing these games. And, I don't know. Like, I think some people see it and they're like, they're wasting their time, or you could be done with the game by now, but they're totally missing the point of it being just a giant cluster F of stuff. And, I don't know, I think it's funny. I mean, I was watching it right before we recorded too, and I think they're only in, like, Cerulean City. They're not that far at all, but it's been, like, 13 days, so.
I think they've gotten 6 gym badges at this point.
Yeah.
It's the whole social experiment.
Yes.
Of, what was it? The expression, if you get 9,000 monkeys on typewriters, they'll eventually make Shakespeare?
Yes.
It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. Yeah. I think it's funny that they have the option for, what is it, if it's like a certain number of people vote anarchy or a certain number of people vote democracy, then the playstyle changes? Yeah. Or how the commands are interpreted changes?
Yeah, where if it's anarchy, it reads all of the inputs in order that they're typed in, and if it's democracy, then all your entries are put into like a voting system, and whichever is the most popular at the time, the game will do.
Man, that's so
There's
cool.
already a Twitch Plays Pokemon wiki.
Oh yeah, I love the lore that has come about this game, where all the Pokemons, most of them have like stupid names, where it's like AAAAABK, and they've come up with a name for it. And then there's nicknames for things like Bird Jesus and the False Prophet.
They have them all here on the wiki.
Wasn't one like Michael Jordan or something? There's the all-terrain vehicle, the ATV something.
I'm not sure. They list a few. Charmeleon is ABBBBBK.
Yep, there it is.
Rattata is JLVWNNOOO. Further nicknamed Abby and Jay Leno.
There it is.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, there was. It was a couple of days ago where they were playing over the weekend and they accidentally let go of 12 of their Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy fictional stories like that about like the False Prophet and Bird Jesus, and I mean all of the trials and tribulations that have been documented and become memes, and all of that stuff I find fascinating. So I don't watch it as much as I read the Kotaku articles where someone has taken the time to watch it and then document everything.
Yeah. Wow. Like a play-by-play of...
Yeah, and I'll just watch...
It's the newest e-sport.
I know a couple of people have done stuff since. Like at one point, Twitch Plays Pokemon was also hooked up to Tetris.
Yes, at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really funny. And like, That one, I don't know. Maybe because it's Tetris, there's no story. You just watch them move up and down. But it was just funny if you had them both like in the windows because you would see Ash move and then like the T square would like go up. And it's like, oh, that's cool, but yeah, just more fun than anything else.
Yeah, I know there's at least one Twitch plays Street Fighter where you're controlling two characters playing Street Fighter 2 Rainbow Edition.
Oh my lord. I liked Twitch plays Legend of Zelda because everyone just dies over and over again. Like everyone's just like walking around into like the gomas, like as they're jumping, and it's like, oh my god. At least the music is good.
I've thought about it of like what other games would work in the Twitch plays formula, and I think Pokemon is a perfect first start.
Yeah,
or maybe, or quite possibly the best game to work in that formula. I can't.
Agree.
I have a hard time seeing any other game work with any sort of success. I mean, if you want to count Pokemon as a success.
Well, I'd say it's a success. I mean, it spawned other stuff, and people are still talking about it. So.
True, and they're still working their way through it, and there's a narrative that people are creating. Like, there's only so much you could do with, say, Twitch plays Tetris.
Yeah.
Like, and the block went in a circle.
No.
Man, that's so crazy. It said that it had an average concurrent viewership of over 80,000 viewers.
Oh, yeah. And I remember reading it one day, like when it first started happening. It's like, oh, it's like 20,000, and then the next day it was 60, and then it was 80. Like just days later, it's multiplying.
And they said it had 10% participating on average, so that's an average of 8,000 people putting commands in at one time.
Jeez,
God, surprised the servers don't like overload.
I know.
Do you guys think that this is going to inspire other gaming ideas, or besides just more Twitch streams, like? Is there lessons to be learned here that will be taken into actual games?
The hive mind has no idea what it's doing.
Yeah, there will always be trolls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe like you can use the idea for a game like an EVE Online where there's like a huge following. Maybe like small things can also affect a bigger task, but I don't really know. I mean, obviously it's just everyone F's everything up. Sadness, really. I haven't checked in Twitch Plays Zelda lately, but it looks like you can't die anymore. Yeah. Like, they're getting hit, but no one's actually taking damage. Oh, they shifted a screen. It's a success. I don't know what other things would work with Twitch Plays. Street Fighter seems really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Super Mario Brothers would be okay. Are they doing that one yet, or no?
I don't know. That must have been done by now, but it's probably awful to watch.
Looking it up.
Or maybe Super Mario RPG.
See, that would work.
RPGs are nice, because you can, kind of take your time.
Yeah.
The Last of Us.
I think anything that would be... yeah.
Twitch Plays Halo. Oh, there is a Super Mario Brothers.
All right, give us the play-by-play right now of what's happening.
Oh, no, it's undergoing maintenance.
Oh. Do you think that the next Pokemon game will actually have a Twitch Plays Pokemon mode where it's just you log in and there's Ash there and everyone's trying to control him at once?
I can't see how that would be a good thing.
I really just wanted them to make like a Pokemon MMO. Stupid ads, oh my god. Because they like tease you with like, oh, here it is, and then it just goes straight to the ad.
Side note, I was playing Blockus on my iPhone. Nice. I really like Blockus. There's a free version and a paid version. So I got the free one because it said, the paid one was, it's the same game, but no ads. And I was like, alright, I'll try the ads. And I start playing it, I put down 3 blocks, and then all of a sudden, like, cuts in a 30-second video commercial. Like, what?
No way.
Wow.
I played for 3 seconds, and now I have a video commercial. And it was like every 3 or 4 moves, it would cut to another video commercial. I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't stand the free version of that game. Just put down the $2 and get it. It's a great game. So
their ad tactics worked.
Yeah, they did. It's largely...
It's like, we're going to make a free version, but the free version will be so awful that you'll want to pay for the actual full version.
My browser actually crashed trying to get Twitch Plays.
Anything else you guys want to add to the Twitch Plays discussion? Because otherwise we've got a really short show today.
Well, I mean, I wonder why so many people are really interested in doing this. Because, I mean, I kind of see it as just a waste of time. Like, I would never actually try to progress forward.
No, more of a social experiment than anything.
Yeah, I would love it to, like, I like watching it for a few minutes, but I can't imagine sitting there typing all the commands in hopes that it'll actually impact the game somehow.
Right. I mean, there's some of my friends on Facebook are like posting how this is the greatest thing ever. I've watched it for like 4 or 5 hours. Like, what are you doing? Like, you could be doing anything
5
else.
hours.
Whoa.
But then I think about that person and I'm like, yeah, you would probably do that. So. Do you think they'll actually beat the game?
It's gotta happen, right?
Right.
Well, I don't know, man. Even the bottom of the wiki says that one of the CNET staff estimate that the game will likely take 10 to 14 days to complete, but the creator said that he has absolutely little hope of seeing that ever happen. So, I don't know.
At the time of the recording, I think they're halfway through day 12.
Really?
If they really focus, it could happen.
I can't see it happening in anarchy mode, that's for
Right.
sure. So it would have to be completely based on democracy mode. And I think that only lasts for like X amount of time each time that it happens, right? So, I don't know. I think if maybe they all switched to democracy mode and really made a push for it, it could happen. But, I don't know. I think you've got 8,000 people playing at the same time. You've got a lot of people that probably don't want to see that game finished.
Yeah, true.
Side note, I guess for anyone listening, we're recording this a bit early, so for all we know, in the future, they may have actually beaten it by then.
Yes.
That's true. We have no idea.
No idea. So, if they have beaten it by the time you listen to this, that never happened.
Yeah.
We should record an alternate version like, oh, I can't believe they beat Twitch Plays Pokemon. That's so cool. That thing that happened was so awesome.
That one thing with that thing.
Yeah, I can't believe we're still talking about it. It's so great.
What about Twitch Plays Space Invaders? That might work.
Oh, that'd be kind of
That
cool.
would be kind of good. Or like Galaga or something.
Twitch Plays Pong.
Oh, no. That would be pretty good, actually. Any classic game.
I'm trying to think of like...
Twitch Plays Michael Jackson's Moonwalker.
Oh, man. That'd be cool. Or like Twitch Plays the original Ninja Turtles for Nintendo.
No, the terrible one? No.
Yeah.
That game will never get beaten.
Jason's like, that game was bad enough without
the fact
Twitch
that you
playing
can't beat it with one person. I can't imagine 80,000 people trying at once.
It's falling down random sewer holes.
Yes.
Do you think that they've caught lightning in a bottle on this one and they'll never recreate this success with Twitch Plays?
I don't think they'll recreate any success. Not really. I feel like it's kind of a fad, and there will be the dedicated people that'll go back and forth all the time, but 80,000 people, that's not going to last. I would even say by the time this recording is like out there, it'll probably be cut in half, if not lower. 40,000, 30,000 people playing, and then it'll go even lower than that.
I mean, I guess this is going to be a short show then. Not that I have any problems with that, but anyone? Throw something out there. Let's talk. We've got time. Unless you guys don't want to talk to me anymore, then let's just wrap it up.
Just a poo-poo head. We don't like him.
Where's the paper shredder?
Yes, exactly. Still plugged in, actually.
Yeah. I guess one more thing from me. I got a bunch of comic books. I've been reading those lately. Because I ended up getting the New 52 and Marvel Now omnibuses, so I basically have the center of the comic book universe in 2 books.
Okay, so I feel like I saw you did a blog post about the New 52. Is that like each of the first comic or something?
It is issue 1 of all DC comics that relaunched in 2011.
That's awesome.
So
Any winners?
Yes. There's some really good ones in there. I guess the surprise comic in there is Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it the surprise? Like the surprise good one, you mean?
Yes, it's the surprise good one.
Okay.
They totally acknowledge the fact that people make fun of Aquaman and that he's no one's favorite, and that people think he just talks to fish and is underwater the whole time. And it's kind of funny, and the art is really great, and they tried so hard to make Aquaman look like a badass, which mostly works. I like the Suicide Squad. That one's really dark and twisted, and it stars Harley Quinn as a member of the Suicide Squad now. All New X-Men is the one that got me into this mess in the first place, where the old X-Men break the space-time continuum to meet up with the current ones.
Wait, now you're talking about Marvel?
Yes.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
Yep. That one's great, and all the Batman stuff so far I've read is really good. Well, maybe not. Well, Batwing's okay, but Batman in Africa, not really my scene.
Wait, Batman in Africa?
Yes. They don't fully explain it, but at some point, Batman goes to Africa and gives this other guy who's a police officer in Africa a whole bunch of Batman gear and his own Batcave and says, hey, you're the Batman of Africa now, go.
Wow. I didn't know Africa was so riddled with supervillains.
So that's a thing. Most of them, I would say, aren't that great, but I guess if you gave me a stack of 100 random video games, I probably wouldn't like most of those either.
Yeah.
But just doing the math on, all right, I like these 4 or 5 things. Now I need to spend like $200 to catch up on all of those. Ugh.
That's a good point.
It's a good play.
Very expensive. Even though like I've only got 2 years of continuity to catch up on at this point. And in some cases less than that, it's still kind of daunting.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I got a topic for you. A one-shot.
All
What
right.
do you guys think of the new Sonic redesign?
That was from the Sonic Boom thing, right?
Yeah.
I have not seen any gameplay of it. I just saw that like one trailer thing, and I thought it looked good.
Yeah, I guess that's all I've seen too, so I'm just going off of that.
Yeah, it looked like a cool cartoon.
Yeah, well what about, like, you think, I don't know, Sonic changed too much? Does he just need to go away? That's what some people are saying.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Sonic still sells incredibly well for Sega, and if they can make something cool, then I'm all for it. Though Sega's made really bad Sonic games for a really long time, so maybe yes. Maybe yes, he does need to go away. But this one, I have hope for this one.
It's true.
He doesn't really look all that different. I mean, he's taller, and he's wrapped it like a mummy from the waist down, but other than that...
The Michael Jackson black and white approach.
Yeah. Was there really that big of a difference between the size of him and the size of Knuckles?
I didn't think there was that big of a difference till I saw that, like, picture.
Knuckles looks huge.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty positive on the Genesis they were the same height, but that could have been just because of the
that's what I
restrictions
thought.
of the Genesis.
Well, I don't know. They got to keep suit, man. Continuity is killer.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of continuity and continuing with comics, man, the Sonic the Hedgehog comics are like off the wall crazy. So,
Really?
I mean, like in a good way. There's just like so much extra content there. Like they could just make a game based off of that, and like it could be, I don't know, it doesn't need to be like the running that Sonic is known for. It could be something like more of an adventure game, and that would be pretty cool. I don't know why they don't just do that.
Hasn't that already happened? Didn't BioWare make a Sonic the Hedgehog RPG?
Well, yeah, but I don't even know if that was based entirely off of the comics, and that was just
Probably
supposed to be
not.
meh. Yeah, so... And then the Sonic and the Mega Man crossover comics. Those are awesome. That should be a video game.
I guess while we're talking about comic book stuff, did you guys see the trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That looks pretty cool. That is like the first comic book movie that I literally have no idea what's happening in it, but I'm really excited to see it.
The day before that came out, I actually read issue 1 of Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was like, oh, this is kind of like Mass Effect with superheroes in it. And then watching the trailer, it made it look a little more goofy than I originally interpreted in my head, which I actually think is better.
Yeah.
So I'm mostly hyped for Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, that's a guy I know most just because of Marvel or MVC.
MVC,
But yeah, I still think it looks kind of cool. I mean, it should be pretty fun. I think I was initially looking at it as kind of an Avengers clone, but I feel like the way they're taking the game and everything else, or not the game, the movie, it seems like it's going to have its own sort of personality, and that's better in my mind.
Yeah, it looks like they're having more fun with it.
Exactly.
You see that Bradley Cooper is the voice of Rocket
Yeah.
Raccoon? That's pretty weird.
And Vin Diesel as the tree.
Yeah, Groot,
Yeah.
the tree.
Mind you, if Vin Diesel was doing a voiceover, I would just assume it was a tree.
Yeah, from what I've heard, though, and what I've read in the comics, I'm pretty sure that the tree only says, I am Groot the entire time.
Yeah.
So maybe he just sat there for like half an hour saying his name different ways and then peaced out.
He got paid a few million.
Yeah, to say, I am Groot, or whatever.
I'll see it. It'll be a good one.
Man, we have really gone off the rails on this one. If you are still listening, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to Comic Book Hour. I guess this is like the Biff Band Popcast, or whatever you guys call it. We just talk about everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah, basically.
What about Irrational Games closing down?
Yeah.
That's sad. That was kind of shocking.
That was pretty
No
crazy.
pun intended.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well, I guess they weren't really working on anything after Infinite, right?
I have no idea what they were. I assume they were just doing the DLC.
Yeah, but I mean, as that's ramping down, I guess they don't really need the... But I mean, to close the entire studio is still a little strange.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
I think Ken Levine said he was going to try to focus on, is he downloadable stuff or like just smaller titles?
I think that's what he said, yeah. More indie stuff, more smaller stuff.
That kind of sucks. I mean, like, I think BioShock had its run and it was fine and it'll have its legacy, but it just feels like losing kind of like the funding of that big budget game kind of feels sad because you're not going to see anything to that scale from that creative mind. But
yeah,
I don't know. I think with closures, the worst part is that people are out of a job, but we're never going to like lose that talent. People are still going to make games and it'll still be awesome. But
yeah. Although having BioShock Infinite as the last game on your resume, it doesn't hurt.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, not to end this on a downer, or at least bring a downer point in there. I had read that it got closed down because BioShock Infinite did not sell as well as 2K was hoping for.
Really? What were they expecting?
For a game that took 7 years to develop, they were hoping for it to sell at least more than the original BioShock.
Well, it's only been out for 10 months. Maybe it'll, I don't know, have a resurgence.
Not enough to account for 7 years of development, apparently.
Yeah, good point. Well, I have a good note that you can end on.
Okay.
On this Friday, and then by the time of this recording, you could be playing the new Professor Layton game on your 3DS.
Yes, that's true.
Woo!
I cannot wait. And if it's it really is the last one, I'm going to be really sad, but I hope it ends well. I'm really curious how it's going to end, because, it's the end of, the prequel trilogy, so is it going to lead into the first game? And if so, I feel like this new series is so off the wall, how is it going to, dumb itself back down? So, gotta know.
That is a question you can tell us next time on the recurring Bosscast.
I will. If anything goes to plan, I'll have it already beaten by then. I already pre-ordered it
Nice.
3 months ago, so this day is a long time coming.
The longest pre-order I've ever had for a game was just over a year.
I thought you were going to say Duke Nukem.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That would be amazing if I had one of those, but no. I had a pre-order for Perfect Dark.
Oh,
I
God,
pre-ordered it about 6 months in advance, and then the game got delayed by half a year.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, that was the longest pre-order I had. That receipt was pretty tattered up by the time I cashed that in.
Yeah, I think one of my longest pre-orders was, Banjo-Kazooie was 5 or 6 months. Because I remember it came out around my birthday, and that's in June, and so I used, Christmas money to put money aside, so that was a good day. And now I don't pre-order anything. I'm just I'll just buy it whenever.
Pre-ordering's so dumb. Don't do it, guys.
Yeah, it is kind of dumb.
There's no reason.
Now we're a PSA, yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to pre-order anything, because nothing ever sells out.
It's true.
Well, unless you're a PlayStation 4 fan.
Okay, if you're going to buy a PlayStation 4, yes, pre-order that. But
yes, go back in time and pre-order.
If you're pre-ordering Grand Theft Auto 5, no. Don't pre-order the new Call of Duty. Don't pre-order the new Halo. How about those cat helmets, right? I've seen a Halo 3 cat helmet on a store shelf as recently as last year.
Oh, the big Spartan helmet or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. They're all over. Which is sad. That's a quote-unquote collector's edition, too. I feel like we just need to, cut away to, one of those cheesy PSA videos. I had a friend who got a pre-order, and this game never came in, and it's just Jet looking really sad with, an empty case.
Sad Hulk music playing in the background.
We can get Sarah McLachlan to come in.
I will remember you.
Exactly.
Well, this got off topic.
Yes.
So tune in next time.
We went from video games to Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah, tune in next time for the Lilith Fair podcast. Jason, what's going on with you before we go?
So, I said earlier I was playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, so hopefully, maybe by the time you guys hear this, I'll have my review out for that, if I can actually beat these levels, because they're driving me insane. And then, over on the blog, I did a new Game Hunters Journal article, just about buying lots and stuff on eBay, and how you can kind of make that easier instead of harder for yourself. And I'm right now working on a new worth playing article, which is just some games you might not have known about or whatnot that are worth playing. Go figure. And it's all about spin-off games. So not quite Mario, but something, like Mario that you might actually enjoy. So that's been kind of cool. It's been actually, like, when I was doing my research, I was like, wow, that game's a spin-off? Like, I had no idea. So it's kind of been fun to look up.
Give us a tease. What's one of these spin-offs in this article?
So the one I was thinking of, and the one I wanted to play on my Dreamcast, was Zombie Revenge, which is like a... Did you ever play the Die Hard arcade games? It's like that, where you're like a few people, you run around shooting stuff, and then you go to the next scene, and you shoot more stuff.
Is it the polygonal one?
Yeah, where you can pick up like giant fish.
Yes.
And like hit people with it. It's like that, but it's all zombie themed. That is a spin-off of the House of the Dead, and I had no idea.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like, and they like, I was looking it up. I'm like, oh yeah, it is the same mansion. It's like the same guns, the same characters. So yeah, it's been kind of cool. But that's what I've got going on.
All right, Matt, how about you?
So actually, interesting enough, further to your work, Jason, I read your article on tips for Bravely Default players.
Yeah. Thanks.
Because you had it before I did. So I'm reading through going, man, these actually make a whole lot of sense. And it's like, oh yeah, I do a podcast with this guy right now.
Nice.
Yeah. So otherwise, for work, for me, it's kind of quiet right now. I'm literally going to be putting pretty much all my time into Bravely Default until I beat it. So yeah, not so much creativity this month, but hopefully more in the future.
All right. I've got a video up on splitkick.com right now of me playing a little bit of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I do struggle a little bit towards the end. I apologize, but that's my first time playing it. So,
sure.
Yeah, if you want a taste of what that game is like, check out that video. Before we go, definitely check out splitkick.com for assorted great videos and podcasts like the Splitkick Midnight News with Jeff and Aaron.
Whoa, wait a minute. I'm on Splitkick, and your tag for the video is I blew onto the Wii U gamepad like an idiot in hopes that it would move the stupid bag.
Yes, there's a part in the video where... So...
I know, it's the bags with the ice on it, right?
Yes, with the ice thing, and then there were the lines coming out, and I knew in the... It was in the Wii game where you could blow into the... One of the Donkey Kong games, you could blow into the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And it did something. So I thought maybe it was that. So there's about 30 seconds of the video where I'm just blowing into the Wii remote, or into the gamepad, and nothing is happening.
Oh, man.
I didn't realize till afterwards that you had to throw something into it.
Yeah.
and let me guess, right at that moment, Steph walks by and's like, what the heck
exactly.
are you doing?
I'm just imagining a point in the video where it's just like, you take your headphones off because it's so loud because you're blowing into the mic.
So there's that. Don't forget to listen to our friends over at Short Attention Gamer. You can email us with all your latest Lilith Fair news and updates and whatnot at bosscast@splitkick.com. You can subscribe to us on iTunes. And on Twitter, you can find us at JetLandicho, at Matty Lang, at JJasicki, and at SplitkickCom. So until next time, we'll remember you.
Aww.
But will you remember me?
Aww.
I don't remember how the rest of the song goes.
I don't either. Nice.